do have some very difficult decisions to make. The Dodgers have 7 free agents. They also have some players with club options. They could decide to give them longer deals. Also, we've got exclusive interviews from the Dodgers Championship Parade. You'll see my speech from the Dodgers Championship Parade. It's good to be back. All that more coming up next on Dodgers Dugout Live.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Welcome to Dodger Stadium.
This is the golden age of Dodger baseball. The Dodgers are building a dynasty.
You got one in a parade. We got a parade. The Dodgers punch back and head to the championship series. Ohtani starts the 50-50 clock. Monkey magic. Freeman hits the ball to right field. She is gone. Start the party, Los Angeles. Your Dodgers have won the World Series.
Think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out. What is up, Dodgers Nation, and welcome to another episode of Dodgers Dugout Live, the #1 Dodgers podcast and Dodgers show on YouTube. First and foremost, I want to thank all of you guys out there. We finished as the 3rd most listened to overall baseball podcast for this season. The only 2 that were ahead of us were John Boy talking Yanks and talking baseball, the #1 Dodgers podcast, the #1 Dodgers show on YouTube. And it really is all thanks to you. It's really all thanks to you. And I just want to, from the bottom of my heart, give you guys a shout out. I met so many of you guys at the stadium, and you guys know, and when I meet you guys, I don't just say what's up, and I talk ball with you guys. So it was great to meet hundreds, literally hundreds of you at the stadium during this postseason run. Really got a chance to meet a lot of you guys, and we're going to do a meetup, where you can do a live show. We're going to work on one of those possibly for the offseason, maybe a free agent special. So much gratitude to you guys out there for making this show what it is, and you guys are awesome. So got to show you guys love for that. And also a reminder that today's episode, guess what, is back. We've got Atlas back in the mix. So shout out to our friends over at Atlas. There's something about a clean morning shave that just hits different. And the razor from House of Atlas has become part of my relaxing ritual. Just watching the Dodgers win titles and manifesting even more. Whether you're heading to the office or getting ready for off-season events, it's the perfect way to clean up that facial hair, clear your head, and start fresh. This thing's no joke. From the team behind Athena Club, the women's razor everyone's obsessed with, they brought the same care and quality to the men's side. Stop wasting money and time on shaving products that don't look good, aren't effective, and cost way too much. Grab House of Atlas now at Target stores nationwide or online at Target.com. I love their 5 precision blade because they're just awesome. The serum strip that makes my shave super smooth, and the precision trim edge is perfect for cleaning up your sideburns with no cut. So that's another great thing about it as well. If you got the sideburn action rolling, you can have it going and not have to worry about those cuts. It was also just a great look. I've got the black one. It's the best looking razor I've ever owned. If you want to go clean shaven like Shohei Ohtani or just tighten up your lines like Dallas Hernandez's beard, this razor got you covered. So once again, did not waste any more money on other razors. Grab House of Atlas now at Target stores nationwide or at Target.com. All right, so there we go. We've got the Atlas rolling. I've got a poll question of the show, the Dodgers Dugout Live poll question of the show. Man, we are so off-season mode, but we're celebrating, so it's awesome. But you guys know that this is where championships are made. This is where championships are won in the offseason. Miguel Rojas acquired in the offseason. We've got, should the Dodgers re-sign Miguel Rojas in free agency? And right now, 90% say yes. 90% of Dodgers Nation, 90% of Dodgers Nation say yes to Miguel Rojas. And we're going to get into those free agency possibilities, and we're going to do that all throughout this week. We're going to have tons of guests on the show. I'm excited about that. But let's talk about that championship parade, because it was a magical day at Dodger Stadium celebrating the best Game 7 in baseball history. One of the best World Series in baseball history. When you look at the 18-inning Game 3 thriller, when you look at Game 6 and Game 7, all of the heart-pounding plays, there's no doubt about it that your Los Angeles Dodgers won the most significant Game 7 in baseball history. The difference in a dynasty. Now they've cemented themselves as a dynasty. They now have 9 World Series titles in franchise history. And since 1947, since the integration of Jackie Robinson, that's second to the New York Yankees. And I think right now it's about three-peat. It's about building onto this dynasty. But we've got so much Dodger baseball to get into, so let's get right into it.
Leading off, the hottest story in Dodger baseball.
So the hottest story in Dodger baseball, there's too many to really talk about to nail it down to one. So we're going to talk a bunch about a lot of them in this show. But I want to start by talking some more Miguel Rojas. I see some comments down below. Ken Warm says, D-Mac, we need to get some youth on the Dodgers now. I got a super chat, 499. Congrats, Dodgers Nation. D-Mac brought it this year. Appreciate it. Yeah, it was an amazing year, honestly. And it was all thanks to you guys and this team and just the Dodgers community, man. It was just an incredible year. And it's just, what a time to be alive. I mean, this plan's been around forever, and we are alive watching the golden age of Dodger baseball in real time. It reminds me of Andy from The Office when he says, I wish there was a way to know when we were in the good old days while we're still experiencing them. Guess what? These are the good old days, right? We're going to look back so fondly at this era and wish we were experiencing this era of Dodger baseball where you have an all-time great team with players that are all-time greats. I mean, we're talking about guys that are going to go down in the history of Major League Baseball as the greatest to ever do it. Shohei Ohtani, the GOAT. Freddie Freeman, walk-off grand slam in the World Series. Mookie Betts going to the Hall of Fame. Yoshinobu Yamamoto, one of the greatest postseason pitchers, one of the greatest pitchers. I mean, you're talking about just so much legendary, iconic stuff that we are in the good old days. So let's experience them and enjoy it while it lasts, because we'll be talking about this era forever. We absolutely will. We've got Bring Back Puig. I don't know about that. Bye-bye Teo. Okay, a lot of people throwing out their opinions, and that's what I love. People trying to say Anthony Volpe. Come on now. That's some crazy talk, but we'll talk some Volpe if you want for some reason. We've got, you guys are going crazy in the comments, man. It's great to see. But I want to start by talking more about Miguel Rojas. And Miguel Rojas, the home run that he hit, just kind of thinking more about it and just, I've probably seen it, guys, like a sickening, disgusting amount of times. Like literally we're talking 300 times, something like that. And the more I watch it, the more I can't believe it. And you would think it'd be the other way around. You would think that the more you watch it, the more, okay, this happened, right? I can honestly tell you that I've been watching sports since I was a baby, watching the Super Bowl at the hospital when I was born, and I've seen them all. Like, I've watched every major sporting event for my entire life. And even if this was a team that I did not follow or a team that I wasn't a supporter of or covered professionally, I still would be absolutely mind blown by what we saw in Game 7 of the World Series, where Miguel Rojas, he hits the home run that saved the Dodgers season, that saved an opportunity to win a dynasty, that possibly saved his career with the Dodgers, and he gave this team a chance to win, and they ultimately did. And it was with one swing of the bat. Now, if I went over to the Toronto Blue Jays dugout, let's do a little exercise right here. If I went over to the Toronto Blue Jays dugout and I gave them the option of facing any Dodgers hitter that they have to strike out or just get out and not give up a home run to, how many of them would pick Miguel Rojas? Would it be all of them? There's a chance. Because Miguel Rojas is not a home run hitter. That is not what he does. He's only had double-digit home runs one time in his career. Only one time in his career has Miguel Rojas hit more than 10 home runs, had double-digit home runs. I mean, that's just not what he does. It's not a part of his game. And on top of that, it was a 2-strike home run. It was 2 strikes on him. It was against Jeff Hoffman, who is a right-handed pitcher. And if you look at the probability, Miguel Rojas had a 2.1% chance of hitting a home run in that at bat. Then you factor in that Jeff Hoffman is a right-handed pitcher, and then the probability goes down to 0.5% chance. Miguel Rojas had a 0.5% chance of hitting a home run against a right-handed pitcher in that at-bat. He had hit 1 in 192 plate appearances this year entering that at-bat against Hoffman. On top of that, he had only started in that series in Game 6. He had only 2 at-bats in the series before starting Game 6. I took a video of Miguel Rojas in the Dodgers dugout after they lost in Game 5, and he's just gazing into the distance, and he's being very contemplative, and it felt like he was just trying to soak it in because it felt like that was going to be his last game ever at Dodger Stadium. And then, of course, there's the story about his wife telling him that he was going to hit a home run. And he's got to be thinking to his wife, I've only had 2 at-bats this series. I'm not even starting. I don't hit home runs. How the heck am I going to hit a home run? Sure enough, he found a way to leave the yard. He had not hit a home run since September 19th against the Giants. And he had not hit a home run in the 9th inning of any game since September 3rd, 2019, when he was on the Miami Marlins. And in that game, it was also a home run that tied things up at 4 in the 9th inning. Rojas hit the 12th home run in World Series history that tied the score in the 9th inning. Rojas is the only one to do it in a Game 7 of the World Series. And then immediately after the game, I had my shirt off, doing shoeies, celebrating with all you out there. I said right then and there, that was the most significant home run in the history of this franchise. More significant, more important than Kirk Gibson's home run in Game 1 of the 1988 World Series off Dennis Eckersley. Yes, that was a magical home run. Yes, that played a big part in them winning that series, but it was Game 1. And if he doesn't hit that home run, the Dodgers still could have won that series. Not saying they would have, but they could have. And then you add he was injured and everything behind it. Yes, one of the greatest home runs in baseball history. Freddie Freeman last year, Kirk Gibson, Rick Monday. There's a lot of great home runs, but none of those you can say with almost certainty that if they don't hit that the Dodgers would have lost that series. If Miguel Rojas does not hit a home run there, there's a really, really good chance the Dodgers don't win the World Series. It was a World Series saving home run. And then you just look at the win probability stat. And Miguel Rojas' home run, when it comes to overall win probability added, it was one that made it jump from, they had an 8.7% win probability entering that at bat. And then after he hit that home run, that 8.7% went up to 44.2% win probability. And then you look at win probability added, which is a baseball reference stat. That home run by Rojas, that added 34.9% to their win probability. The only home run in Dodgers history that added more win probability was Will Smith's home run in the 11th inning that put the Dodgers on top 5-4, and that increased it 41%. But there is no Will Smith home run without the Miguel Rojas home run. It's much easier to hit the go-ahead home run when the game's tied than to tie the game with a bomb. And it almost felt like when you rewatch it, it almost felt like the way you feel when a pitcher hits a home run. Like, wait a minute, how'd that just happen? Like, you didn't hear this loud roaring contact. The swing was this majestic swing. He's leaning over the plate, just kind of went out and he hit that slider. It was up in the zone, and you got to give him credit for taking that ball earlier in that bat. But just an all-time great moment, one of the greatest moments in Dodgers history, easily top 3, in my opinion, like easily. And now when you talk about the greats of this franchise, the great moments of this franchise, you will always say Miguel Rojas. Always. He's a part of Dodgers lore forever. I think this increases the chances that he's back next year. I think this increases the chances that he's the manager of this team one day. I think all this stuff is in play now. So we're going to start with Miguel Rojas's speech at the championship parade. And then I've got some exclusive interviews with Hae-Sung Kim, Justin Dean, Andy Paz. I interviewed Andy Paz in English. I was so impressed, man. That guy's awesome. Will Klein, Anthony Banda. But here's Miguel Rojas.
Back-to-back champions. But it's not about me. It's all about all these guys behind me. We couldn't be here if we Freddy don't hit that homer in game number 3. Give it up for him. We couldn't be here. I know we're going to talk about this later. If Yamamoto don't pitch game 2 and throw a complete game, we're not here. And we're not here if Padres don't catch a ball in center field in extra innings. It's not about me. It's about everybody on this organization doing what they need to do when the name is called, right, Doc? And I got one more thing, and that's the only thing that I want to share with you guys. This guy's birthday today, Rocky. DJ, can you give me that song? Give me that song, DJ. No, that song, DJ, no, that song. No, that song. Báilala, Rocky, suéltala, Rocky. Rocky, suéltala, Rocky. Báilala, Rocky. Suéltala, Rocky. Báilala, Rocky. Báilala, Rocky. Suéltala, Rocky. Pa, 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 pa. Happy birthday, Rocky.
Awesome stuff. Bailada Rocky, Sweatada Rocky. Things that's how you say it, but it's awesome stuff, man. That crowd gets absolutely lit. Dodger Stadium goes off when that goes down. Think about this. Hey, I didn't hear everyone out there saying the Dodgers were ruining baseball when they traded for Miguel Rojas. Everyone talks about, the Dodgers buying all these players, and certainly having the roster they have is a major reason why they won. But Miguel Rojas made $4 million last year. That makes him the 287th highest paid player in Major League Baseball. They traded Jacob Amaya, who was their 15th best prospect, an infield prospect, for him. Any team could have gotten Miguel Rojas. And the Dodgers did. They saw something in him, and he was a big reason, major reason why the Dodgers won the World Series. All right, let's talk to Yamamoto because I thought his speech was great too. Another thing that's tough to wrap my head around in this day and age is what Yamamoto did for this team. Just incredible grit and heart. He went 3-0 with a 109 ERA in the World Series. He had 15 strikeouts. He had just 2 walks in 17 2/3 innings. And what made it so impressive was his willingness to put his body on the line, to sacrifice his health, to put his future starts on the line, to continue to go out there. He goes complete game in Game 2, the first time since 2015 in the World Series, the first time he had back-to-back complete games since Bumgarner did in 2014, the first time, that's the first time he had multiple complete games. First time he had back-to-back complete games is Kurt Schilling in 2001. one. The first time a Dodger did it since Orel Hershiser in 1988. But what made it so incredibly impressive was the fact that, I mean, this is a guy who just had no regard for anything related to his health. I mean, like, you're talking about a guy who was sore, a guy who was just fighting through it. I think one of the most baller, gutsy, big, you-know-what moments in the postseason was when he went to Dave Roberts and said, hey, I'm going to the bullpen in Game 3, and he walks back and he's passing by Roki Sasaki, and Roki Sasaki looks at back, he says, for real? And then the next shot is Yamamoto in the bullpen throwing. I mean, for him to do that, it was just all-time great stuff. I mean, in game two, 1 run, 8 strikeouts, complete game. And then a day after that, he went to Dave Roberts, was willing to pitch the 18-inning game. And then Game 6, 1 run in 6 innings on 96 pitches to force Game 7. Game 7 on 0 days rest, 2 2/3 innings, saves the Dodgers season. Yoshinobu Yamamoto just finding a way to win, and just an incredible all-time great performance. The dude, give him another $325 million. Give him another $325 million because he's absolutely worth it. I mean, just write that check right now. Dumb idiot Josh Reddick. How could you give a guy that's never thrown a pitch $325 million? Because he can win World Series MVP. He's sitting at the table with Koufax and Hershiser. And yes, Paul Skeens is going to win Cy Young. But just like Shohei Ohtani said after the game, I got Yamamoto as the best pitcher in the world because he can do this on this stage. Also, never forget, this is the very first show to ever mention the name Yoshinobu Yamamoto. First show to ever push to sign him. We were all in on signing Yamamoto. We had Jose Mota on this show, and we were talking all about Yamamoto years and years ago. And then we just always loved this guy. And turns out we were right because he's an absolute Dodgers legend. So here was Yamamoto. At the parade.
Buenas tardes. You know what? Losing isn't an option. Thank you, my teammates, my coaches, our amazing staff, and all the fans. We did it together. I love the Dodgers. I love Los Angeles. Arigato.
And a promise.
I love it. By the way, did you see this sign at the Dodgers parade? It said, Dad, why is my name Yoshi Miguel Yamamoto Paez Smith? I love that. Perfect name. Rolls off the tongue. Love that name. By the way, I gave a speech. Did you guys see my speech at the parade? I think they aired it during the commercial. But I actually did a speech at the parade, too. Here's my speech at the Dodgers championship parade.
I ever wanted to know what I would do if the Dodgers didn't go back-to-back. I guess we'll never know.
You heard it.
Go Dodgers Nation! 2-time champs! Repeat next year. Let's go!
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of crazy speaking in front of 50,000 people like that, but just awesome stuff. Just addressing that electric Dodgers Stadium crowd. Unbelievable stuff right there. But yeah, Yoshinobu Yamamoto. I mean, this guy, he's an ace. He's everything they hoped he would be and then some. And that is exactly what you're hoping to get from a guy. But no one could ever expect him to do that. No one could have ever expected him to do that. Just all-time otherworldly stuff. And here's my conversation with Anthony Bonda from the field after the parade, and you're going to want to hear his thoughts on Yamamoto. Look at this guy. Makes it noise for Anthony Banda. How's it feel? I mean, they show you for 1 second on the screen, everyone goes crazy. You guys are rock stars, man.
It's literally not about any one of us. It's about everybody in the community. It's about everybody here. Without them, this doesn't happen. This isn't like what Stan said, our owner. Like, it's not possible without the community, without everybody backing us through the ups and downs throughout the season that we had. Like, it's been incredible. Like, it's an incredible journey. It's an incredible ride, and to be able to finish it off with a World Series trophy, like, to get back to the city, like, couldn't be happier.
And Andy, you've been a part of 2 World Series titles now. I think what sticks out about the second title and the first title is the grit of this team. What can you say just about the grit of this team to go on the road, win games 6 and 7, the way that you guys did it? I mean, just does it feel more satisfying? I mean, just such an epic World Series win for you guys.
Yeah, I think if you look at the entire series, it's incredible from game 1 to game 7, everything in between, the drama, the ups and downs, everything about it, incredible. And the grit, it just shows, like, in the sense of, like, you never count us out. Like, we have superstars, we have Hall of Famers on our team. Like, they're gonna pull through. They're always gonna pull through. And it's the guys in between that help that get accomplished. And from like Will Klein to Justin Robleski to Andy Paez, like making that, like, everything about the series was incredible. Like, you even look at like the wild card, the NLCS, NLDS, to get us to the World Series. Like, everybody contributed. Everybody had a moment. Everybody did everything they needed to do. They stepped up when they needed to, and it was just incredible to watch, incredible to see, incredible to be a part of. I think out of gratification, like, I can't show enough to what my teammates have provided for me to watch, provided for the city to watch, provided everything for the community. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, this is like movie type stuff.
It really is.
It really is, dude. Like, and I can't understand it. But
it almost seems too unrealistic for a movie to hit a home run with 2 outs like the way that Miggy did, right?
Exactly, right? Like, talk about having moments, man. Like, having moments, creating moments for yourself, and everything about it. It's incredible. Like, you can't make this stuff up, man.
I've been dying to ask you this because it's one thing for everyone to have an opinion on what Yoshinobu Yamamoto did. You're a pitcher, and to see a guy go a complete game, then throw 96 pitches, and then he's going to possibly pitch in game 3 warming up. What can you say about the way that he just sacrificed his body and what he did for this team as a pitcher? What was it like to see what Yoshinobu Yamamoto did in this World Series?
Realistically, he's my favorite person of all time. Like, He's my favorite person. He's my favorite pitcher. Like, you really look at what he did, like, you can't, I don't know how he did it. I don't know. I can't speak for him. I don't know. Like, I'm sure he was hurting. I'm sure he was sore. But he put all that aside. He put all his future, starts, everything about it aside, and lived in the moment and put his team on his back, and he went out and he did it. And that's, like, what more can you say, right? That guy is unbelievable. He better not ever pay for a drink in LA. That's for sure.
Absolutely. All right, Anthony, who partied the hardest in the celebration? Because we had the Mr. Cartoon mask like we always see from you, but who partied the hardest, and how would you break down this celebration versus last year's?
I wouldn't break it down or compare it. It's just winning's sweet, winning's awesome. I think we all partied pretty hard and appropriately. We couldn't wait to get back here to party with the city of LA. I mean, truthfully, we can't wait. And the biggest party hasn't even started yet.
Yeah, so I feel that. All right. 2-time World Series champion, Anthony Banda. What goes through your mind? How does it feel to hear me say that?
It's crazy, like, my brother sent me a screenshot of it, and I was like, man, that's crazy, being DFA, traded, written off, people say what they say, whatever, but at the end of the day, you look at what we did as a team, we did it, everybody had their moments, and it's unbelievable. Like this career I've had, I wouldn't change it for a world. I wouldn't change anything about it because everything that I lived and seen and like experienced, it's just made me a better person all in life. And for the baseball fans out there, like it's a 2-time world back-to-back.
Yeah,
like what do you want me to say?
And 3P next year, right?
That's the goal, you know. But right now, I'm going to celebrate the back-to-back, and we're going to enjoy it. And it's a once-in-a-lifetime type of deal, man.
All right, Anthony. Well, thank you so much. Dodgers Nation loves you. One of the biggest fan favorites we've ever had. And we hope to have you in the studio and do another interview. And enjoy the offseason, man. We got you, bro. You're the man, dude.
Yeah, man.
I got the big bag of shirts for you. I promise.
Hey, I'll be in town for a few days.
I'll email your agent. I got the email. My man Anthony Bondo. We're gonna have him in studio. Hey, he definitely is. It was a really great opportunity for him this year to just continue to take steps in the right direction. I mean, got off to a slower start, and then for a long stretch, he was one of the Dodgers' best relievers. Had some moments in the postseason. There was some ups, had some downs, and look, I mean, he's going to be a guy that they're going to move forward with. You feel pretty solid about that. So I think with Anthony Bonda, he's a guy that, he's really become a fan favorite, and he's just a great dude, man. Teammates love him. Just the vibes are off the charts. I see some comments here. A.M. Sanchez, now with the leaf blower in the back. Are you talking about my speech? Wait, what speech? No, you know what's that? Hey, where do you guys think this speech ranks for the greatest speech that Dodgers parade history?
Everyone wanted to know what I would do if the Dodgers didn't go back to back. I guess we'll never know.
You heard it.
Go Dodgers Nation! Two-time champ! Repeat next year. Let's go!
Come on, that's I prepared for a long time for that speech, and one thing I love that Anthony Bonda said is guys making moments. I think that's what makes this the most special, the most satisfying, and the most memorable Dodgers World Series championship of our lifetimes, and just one of the great championships in baseball history. Never let it be forgotten that this is a team that had to win 2 wildcard games and that had to beat the number 2 seed Phillies by going on the road in a shorter series with 5 games, a team that many picked to beat the Dodgers and win the World Series with great pitching advantages with lefties like Christopher Sanchez and Ranger Suarez and guys like that can really neutralize a left-handed heavy lineup, and they had a lot of success against Shohei and Freddie. The Dodgers still found a way to win in 4 games, and then they beat the number 1 seeded Brewers, who had the best record in baseball. They swept them, and then you beat the 1 seed in the American League, the Toronto Blue Jays, who entered that series with the best offense since 1995 in the postseason, averaging 6.5 runs per game, an absolute juggernaut offensively with a world-class player in Vladimir Guerrero Jr. But it's not just the teams they beat, it's how they beat them. And you know what you're going to get from your stars. And Shohei Ohtani got off to a little bit of a slow start after that 2-homer game against the Reds, and he was great in that series, but didn't have the best NLDS. But he had one of the greatest games, if not the greatest game, arguably the greatest game in baseball history by an individual in the clincher against the Brewers, Game 4, having 3 home runs and going 6 scoreless with 10 strikeouts. That will go down as the best individual performance unless Shohei Ohtani has a better one. That's how good that was. And then you look at Game 3 of this series, and Shohei Ohtani, he had one of the greatest games ever. I mean, he reached base 9 times. He reached base 9 times. First player in the history of Major League Baseball to do that. Reaching base 9 times in the postseason, the way he did in the World Series, and have 4 extra base hits with 2 home runs and 2 doubles. And then even the last game, he had a couple singles. So, you know Shohei's going to have his moment, right? But look at every guy had their moment on this team. He just started the catcher spot. Will Smith had the game-winning home run in the World Series, among other great moments. You go to third base. Max Muncy, his home run should not be overshadowed as much. And he's a guy that gave the Dodgers hope. I said that he gave the Dodgers hope. Miguel Rojas made them believe. And Will Smith, he said, hey, it's time for the repeat. He got the job done. He put the nail in the coffin, I think, with that bomb. But it was Max Muncy turning on one against the hottest pitcher for the Blue Jays, Trey Savage, in the 8th inning to make it a 1-run game. Also, Max Muncy was the guy who made the wheel play happen, him and Mookie Betts. So he had his moments. He also had some big moments, home runs against the Brewers, and he had his moment. Mookie Betts, the wheel play is Mookie Betts, the anticipation there. Also, Mookie Betts ending the game with that 6-3 double play. It was Mookie Betts that had the 2-run single, and he came through when runs were at a premium in Game 6 of the World Series. Mookie Betts had his moment. Kike Hernandez always has his moment, but I think his finest moment was that double play that ended Game 6, where he's charging in, and if you freeze it, when he catches the ball there, he's not even looking at the ball. He's looking at Barger because he knows he's going to try to pick him off, and he just flings it, makes that play. Miguel Rojas, of course, was a big part of that, but Kike had big moments in the Phillies series with big hits, and he was fantastic in this one. Then you look at Andy Paez. Oh, Andy Paez, 3 for 50 at one point. Got benched. And then he comes in the 9th inning, and he saves the season going 121 feet to crash into Kike Hernandez, and Kike goes down, and it looks like he's injured, but the reason why he was on the ground, he said after the game, was because he thought that the ball wasn't caught and that the World Series was over. He gets up and smiles because Paez ended up catching that ball. That's one of the greatest catches in Dodgers history. I'd argue the greatest catch in Dodgers history because of it was a World Series saving catch. And I actually did talk to Andy Paez about that moment, and big shout out to Andy Paez. He uses an interpreter, but hey, he talked to me in English, and a lot of respect for that. And here's Andy Paez talking about that massive play and being a World Series champion.
Andy, congratulations. You're a World Series hero. How did it feel to get that reception from the fans here at Dodger Stadium?
I mean, this year looked better than last year, but obviously it's 2 years in a row. And happy, man. Happy for being part of this team. Great moments. And I mean, part on this story.
Andy, you made one of the greatest catches in World Series history. What was going through your mind when you made that play, and just kind of break down how you were able to make it? You went 121 feet just to get there. Just kind of break it down for us, Andy.
On the moment, I don't know how many feet I'm running or something. Just on my mind on that moment is like catch the ball, and right when I catch it, I think we are this inning. Now probably we got a chance to win this game, and that's what I got in my mind.
What did Kike Hernandez say to you after you made that play?
I'm asking for you good, and he say, don't worry about me. I want to know you catch the ball or not. And I say, yes, I catch it. And he say, okay, let's go, let's win it.
Yeah. Who do you give who do you give the credit to for all of your success, being a World Series champion? Who do you think of? What goes through your mind when I tell you you're a World Series champion?
I want to say God.
Awesome, congratulations. You're a World Series hero.
Thank you.
Andy Paez, man, so much respect for that dude. He had his moment. Then you go to Freddie Freeman, walk-off home run in Game 3, and the only guy to have 2 walk-off home runs in the World Series, and he gets the walk-off in Game 3 of the World Series in the 18th inning to finish the job. And that was so important. Not a lot of people are mentioning this. I haven't heard this. If Freddie doesn't hit that home run, and that game does not end, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto enters in the 19th, how long does he pitch? What does that mean for him in Game 6? What does that mean for him in Game 7? All these things are interconnected in a 7-game series. So Kike and Freddie and Miguel and all these guys, their moments are so interconnected. And then there is Miguel Rojas. He hits the game-tying homer in the 9th. He's a part of that big double play in the Game 6, 9th inning to save things. He has his moment. Justin Dean has his moment. Hands up. And then what happens? That saves the day. He listens to Kike Hernandez in that moment, but also he wasn't going to grab it anyway. And, hey, this is a guy who's got, same amount of World Series rings as he has big league at-bats, essentially, at this point, right? Justin Dean. And I did talk to Justin Dean as well. Here was my man Justin Dean talking about being a World Series champion in that play that we will never forget.
Justin, we've talked to you this whole entire season. You just being part of this moment. How do you describe just being at this parade? 50,000 Dodgers fans. You're a big part of this World Series. What goes through your mind, Justin?
A lot goes through my mind. I can't nail it down on what exactly, but I'm so appreciative and so happy and so grateful to be a part of whatever this is. Greatness, the dynasty. You know what I'm saying? Super happy that God let me see this right here.
Who do you credit the most for having the presence of mind to put your hands up and make that play the way you did in the World Series?
I don't know. Every coach that I've ever had almost has gone over the rule at least one time. So it's not, like I said, it's not something you see often, but thank God I remember it.
And what was Kike's role in that play?
Kike threw his hands up first, and while I'm looking back at the play, he's got his hands up, and I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I agree. So he helped me trust what I thought in my head for sure.
How many times have you rewatched that play?
Countless.
What was that phone looking like after that? How many text messages?
It's still stupid. It's still jumping right now.
All right, Justin, you're a World Series champion. What goes through your mind when I say that?
Thank God.
Congratulations, Justin. Appreciate it. Thanks, man.
There you go. Justin Dean has his big moment. Then Will Klein has one of the moments that we will never forget. A guy that was an unknown. I think if I went around Dodger Stadium before Game 3 of the World Series, and I had a picture with Will Klein, and I showed it to fans, how many Dodgers fans could identify Will Klein? How many? I mean, just think about that. How many could identify Will Klein? I mean, 10%, 20%. I know you guys are hardcores, and a lot of you guys would. But think about that. And he goes on to go 4 scoreless, and you could say, saved the season as well. Without Will Klein, I don't think they have a ring. And here's Will Klein. I caught up with him on the Dodgers Stadium field after the Dodgers championship celebration.
Well, you got a couple seconds?
Oh, yeah.
How do you describe just this moment, just looking at these fans here, this parade? What was it like?
I mean, it's insane. This is what it's all for, winning it and getting to show appreciation to everyone that supported us this season.
And you're just a big hero. You're going to go down as a World Series hero. Probably never have to buy a drink in this town ever again. What does it feel to get that love from Dodgers fans?
I mean, it's been amazing, just where we started this year to now, and just all the love and appreciation they've shown over the last week. And, even before, everyone here has been so supportive.
I have to ask you, would you have been ready to go in Game 7?
Oh, 100%.
Awesome, man. And congratulations. You're a World Series champion. How's that sound?
Sounds great. Thank you.
All right, well, thanks, man. Have a great offseason, man.
Will Klein would have been ready to go in Game 7. Teoscar Hernandez had some defensive lapses at times, but think about this. Teoscar Hernandez, in the wild card round, he hit the 2 home runs. He hit the 2 home runs in the first game. And then the Phillies series, I think the most important home run of that series was Game 1 when he hit one of the few multi-run home runs, one of the few home runs that were not just solo shots, when he hit that bomb in the Dodgers when they won 5-3 to take a 1-0 series lead. I mean, that was kind of the blueprint for the Dodgers in this run, was to get those early road wins and taking both on the road. They did it against the Phillies. They did against the Brewers. And Teoscar Hernandez, when he hit that home run, the Dodgers were down 2-3, and he crushed that bomb off of Strom, and that was his moment. So you can just keep going on and on. I mean, you got Teo, you got Tommy Edman. I mean, Tommy Edman, some of the plays that he made, the scoop play to get the ball on the Curse ground out in the 12th inning of Game 3. I mean, Tommy Edman made the great relay play in the Game 3 for Teo to Tommy to get the run at the plate. Tommy Edman, playing through injury, was just a gutsy performance on his end, and he hit a couple of home runs. He hit one against the Reds, and he also hit one against the Phillies. He contributed too against the in the 5-4 game. He had an RBI. I mean, he contributed. Kersh having his moment. I mean, you can just go on and on. Roki Sasaki, it was just an incredible World Series, an incredible run, and we'll continue to break it down. But let's hear from some other guys. Even Alex Call. Look, I can make a moment for all these guys. I can make a moment for all of these guys in this series. You're thinking, what's Alex Call's moment? I'll tell you what Alex Call's moment was. Game 4, Phillies, NLDS. You lose that game, you're going back to Philly on the road. Not a tough place to, a very tough place to play. A very difficult place to play. And it's the bottom of the 7th inning. The Dodgers, they are down a run, and it was Alex Call that drew that walk-off Christopher Sanchez that led to the Kike single, and then ultimately Betts would walk with the bases loaded to score Justin Dean, who pinch ran for Call. So, I mean, that was a moment for him. So they all had their moments. Here was Alex Call.
Alex, you're a World Series champion. How's that sound?
Yeah, it's amazing. All I can say is praise God. You know, it's been a long journey for me and for all these guys, but at the end of the day, we did it through the ups and downs, and even when it didn't look good, and you know, just so grateful.
If I told you at the beginning of the season you were going to play a role for the Dodgers and winning a World Series and be at this parade with 50,000 fans, what would you tell me?
Yeah, I would say that sounds awesome. Sign me up. But yeah, definitely was come a long way from where we started, and grateful for my time with the Nats, but extremely grateful to be here.
What do you say about being in that Game 7 and seeing what Miguel Rojas did and Andy Pages did from your vantage point? What was it like to see those plays, those moments?
Yeah, it was unbelievable because just, you know, you weren't sure what was going to happen at that point, and you know, when the ball's in the air for Pages, it's like, oh man, I don't know if he's going to catch that, and then, you know, he does, and you know, Miggy down to the 2 outs left, and it's a slider out. It's just truly one of those moments that are all-time greats, and just so happy for those guys and for our team.
Alex Call's a World Series champion. What goes through your mind when I say that?
I mean, it's just, I just thank God. I mean, praise the Lord, praise Jesus. I'm so grateful for just how he's been with me through everything. And there's so many people that have been involved in my life to get to this point. So, you know, congrats for everybody there, too.
Enjoy the offseason as a World Series champ, Alex.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take it easy.
There's Alex Call. I got peace be with you. I love how D-Mac covers all the secondary dudes. I mean, because that's what is the difference, right? I mean, it's a 26-man roster, and baseball's a sport where guys like Miguel Rojas can have impacts, right? I mean, there's no such thing as Miguel Rojas in the NFL for the most part, and in basketball, he definitely doesn't exist, right? But for this team, you get contributions from that part of the roster, and that's why it's so important. That's why I like to cover it, and I like to, you know, touch on all sides of Dodger baseball. It's kind of what the show is all about, right? Also, you're probably thinking, okay, Doug, now do D-Mac, do Hae-Sung Kim. Hae-Sung Kim, what was his moment? Scoring the winning run in Game 4 of the NLDS. Here's Hae-Sung Kim.
Hae-Sung, congratulations, man. You're a World Series champion in your first year in Major League Baseball, first year of the Dodgers. How does that feel?
첫 시즌에 월드시리즈 챔피언이 되셨는데 너무 기쁘고 챔피언이 된 기분이 너무 좋고 이렇게 다저스라는 팀에 오게 돼서 너무 행복한 것 같습니다. Yeah, I'm very happy to be a champion, and I'm just glad to be a part of the Dodgers.
And you played a role in this. You scored the game-winning run in Game 4 of the NLDS. What does it mean to you to be able to contribute to this championship?
그래서 NLDS에서 이제 경기를 이기는 이제 득점을 해주셨는데 이 팀에 이렇게 일원이 돼서 도움을 준다는 게 어떤 기분이세요? 일단 일원이 됐다는 거 자체로도 영광스럽고 너무 좋은 일이고, 하지만 이렇게 내년에는 더 많은 팀의 승리에 기여가 되도록 더 열심히 준비해야 될 것 같습니다. Yeah, I'm honored to be a part of this journey, but also next year I'm going to prepare my best to even contribute even more next year.
How did you celebrate winning?
어떻게 뭐 따로 축하하신 뭐 파티나 이런 거 하신 거 있으신가요?
따로 한 건 없고 경기 끝나고 그냥 샴페인 파티 한 게 다인 것 같습니다.
Yeah, I didn't do anything separately, but just a champagne shower after the game.
And you are very, very popular among Dodgers fans. Dodgers fans love you. What is your message to Dodgers fans for all the support they've given you all season?
그래서 다저스 팬들한테 굉장히 많은 사랑을 받고 계시는데 다저스 팬들한테 응원의 메시지 한 번만 전해주세요.
네, 일단 제가 올해 많은 경기를 나가지 못했지만 내년에는 더 많은 경기에 나갈 수 있도록 열심히 할 테니 많은 응원 부탁드리고 더 멋있고 잘하는 선수가 되겠습니다.
Yeah, I know I didn't play like a ton of games, but next season I'm going to prepare to play definitely more games, and I'm just happy to be here.
Awesome. Hey, Sung, you're a World Series champion. Congrats. Have a great offseason. Thank you.
I love Hae Sung. I'll give you a bonus moment for Hae Sung, and it didn't occur in a game. The lead up to the road games and the race between Dave Roberts and Hae Sung Kim before Game 6 of the World Series in Toronto, when morale was low, when they had just played 2 poor games in a row, the offense was non-existent. It felt like the odds were stacked against them, and it was Hae Sung who had the race with Dave Roberts, and Dave Roberts straight up eats it, and he tumbles, he falls, he said he got a Toradol shot because of how it made his hamstring feel, and he was a part of that moment. And look, I think that was such 4D chess by Dave that I'm going to ask him. I'm going to ask him first chance I get. I think he fell on purpose, man. I really do. I think he fell on purpose just to make the team feel some levity, feel some lightness, and just change the mood, change the vibes. And I think it did. I think that sounds kind of crazy, but in baseball, things like that certainly do matter. And speaking of Dave Roberts, so of the things that happened in this series, he's a lock. Like he's 100% going to make the Hall of Fame. There's only 23 managers in the Hall of Fame. Dave Roberts is going to be a Hall of Famer. No one will ever wear 30 again. That was Maury Will's number. That's why he did wear that number. And look, you guys can hate on Dave Roberts all you want. I will still read your comments because this show, we respect everyone's opinions. But Dave Roberts is going to Cooperstown, and he's going to try to get this team 3 in a row next year.
Disappoint, but we talked last year about running it back, and before I get to that, a word stuck out really to me after we won Game 7, the word mirror. And the reason I bring this word up is because every time we take the field, our players look in the mirror, and what we see is you guys. We see toughness. We see passion. We see perseverance. Yeah, we like good weather too. But I'll tell you right now, this group of guys right now was never going to be denied to bring this city another championship. And I hope every single day when you guys look in the mirror, as you guys unpack this season, you look back at each one of these guys and see what they sacrifice for each other and most importantly, for you guys. So, the last thing I'll say, I talked to a good friend of mine yesterday on the plane, and he gave me the okay to use this phrase. Pat Riley, what's better than 2? 3! 3P! 3P! Let's go!
Who's ready to hear?
3-peat. I love it. It's never too early to talk about the next championship. And by the way, did you guys see this? Please tell me you saw this. My man Kike was higher than Cody Bellinger on 420 yesterday. My dude was straight up gone. I cannot wait to see on Moogie's podcast. Look at Kike Hernandez, just gone, and look at what's next to him. It's cheeks, and it's Kirby Yates' butt, and he's got the Kirby tattoo holding up the World Series trophy. Kirby Yates is absolutely beloved by his teammates. Dave Roberts loves him. His team loves him. Didn't quite work out, but man, his team loves him. And Kike Hernandez, there was a lot of anticipation. There was a lot of excitement about his speech. Could he top last year? Hey, Kike Hernandez is a legend, and he gave another legendary championship celebration speech.
Kike Hernandez.
Hello. Culo con caca. What up, Dodger Nation?
It's October's very own. Man, thank you. Thank you. I apologize for the blackout that's about to happen. Standing here, playing the most games in October for this franchise, for this really big team that has a lot of really big rings. It's a true honor. I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. This past decade for me has been amazing. What else should I say? My teammates have been pretty humble. But I think it's time to talk that shit. Everybody's been asking questions about a dynasty. How about 3 and 6 years? How about a back-to-back? Yes, we're a mother effing dynasty, baby! And I want to take this time to apologize to absolutely nobody. The triple champ does what the he wants. October out. Deuces.
The triple champ does what the F he wants. Did he say, what did he say, C-tober? Dude, Banana Man went banana on the mic. I see you in the comments. Just crazy. Justin Robleski did have his moment. Absolute dog. I'm going to run through them all tomorrow on tomorrow's show. I mean, this was a little, this one, okay, we'll save Kirsch for last. I thought Shohei's was short, but I think it was sweet. It was all business. And look, I'm Shohei's number one fan. And anything he says, I think is awesome. He came through the media room with Decoy because there were so many fans going crazy. They kind of hit him in the media room. I'm just looking. I mean, I've talked to Shohei and I've asked him a bunch of questions, and I've been around him. But to kind of see him with Decoy is like, wow, this is a superstar. This is what a superstar looks like. You can feel the aura, as they say, and he certainly had it on the championship parade yesterday.
Hello. I want to say that I'm so proud of this team, and then I want to say you guys are the greatest fans in the world. And then I'm ready to get another ring next year. Let's go.
I love it, man. I'm not trying to call him adorable or cute or anything like that, but damn, he's pretty adorable and cute. Let's just call it what it is, all right? Let's just call it what it is, all right? He's just so, yeah, man. He wants to play. He wants to win. And look, he came here to win World Series titles. He came here to play in the postseason. 2 years, 2 unanimous MVPs, 2 World Series titles. It literally could not get any better for Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers. And the best thing is, you can hear it in his voice. He's not content. He is not content at all. He knows that he knows that this organization can win even more. And Decoy is one rich little doggy. I see a car over there. Talking about Shota Imanaga. We'll talk about him this week. Kyle Tucker to Dodgers. Talk about that. D-Mac, $500 or a date with Shohei. Hey, man. Give me that $500K, baby. Come on now. Well, I don't know. Date with Shohei where I can interview and ask him anything? Give me the interview because I think I can make $500K off the interview if he answers all my questions. So give me the date with Shohei. Give me the date with Shohei. Decoy, come along for sure. But okay. We'll talk some free agency in a second here, but Clayton Kershaw, this was a little sad because it was the end of an era. We'll never see Clayton Kershaw at Dodger Stadium as a player. And here was his speech. A lot of emotions, a lot of excitement, but hey, he went out the right way. he went out the right way. He went out as a World Series champion. And just talking to these players throughout this run, they didn't say it a lot of times on camera, but off camera, it was very, very clear. And it was a major motivating factor to win a World Series for number 22. And it was one of the many reasons why they wanted to win this title.
Well, Freddie, I'm going to try not to cry today. But I don't know if that's going to work. I'll try not to make it weird. Thank you. Thank you for 18 years. Thank you for showing up and watching us play for the last 18 years. Thank you for being here for me and my family and supporting us. And thank you for all you guys. Thank you, my teammates. You guys are the best in the world. You guys are the best team in the world. And you've been the best team in the world for as long as I remember. You know, last year, I said I was a Dodger for life. And today, that's true. And today, I get to say that I'm a champion for life. And that's never going away. Oh, hey, guys. So thank you for this moment. Thank you to my teammates for this moment. Thank you to this organization for this moment right here. I will remember it for the rest of my life. Thank you to these 5 right here who have grown up and been here for it all. Hey, we love you so much. I'm so thankful for all of you. And I know they're going to get one more next year. And I'm going to watch just like all you.
Yes, Lawrence, D-Mac will forever be a devoted Christian. Yep, big believer in the Church of Christianity. Kirsch in 2008. I'm going to miss him from Adam. We got Love Kirsch from 10 Vike. All right, that was an incredible day. It was an awesome day. I thought the couple of things about the parade, there were more fans in the seats than last year because clearly they opened it up a little more. There was more seating, I think, available. There had to have been at least 55,000 people in attendance. Every seat was packed. You had the merchandise falling off the shelves. The hats there that I think they retail for like 50 were going for 63. The shirt that retails for 54 was going for 80. And Dodgers fans were just like, take my money because I won a championship. And there was just a great sense of community, a great sense of, hey, we're all in this together. We, like Stan Kasten said, it's, hey, you go through all the ups and downs of a season as a group, and I can tell you that they play for the fans, and they want to. They know the expectations of this organization, and the ones that excel and succeed in this organization are the ones that embrace the pressure of what it means to be a Los Angeles Dodger. And the fans are the biggest reason why. The fans are the number one reason. Like, they're not number 2, 3, or 4. Dodgers fans, Dodgers Nation is the number one reason why this organization is what it is. If there is no fans, there is no $8.5 billion TV contract. There is no $350 million rosters. There is no jersey sales. And it's all because of the fans. It's because you sell that mother bleeper out all the time, and you get 4 million fans in the stands, and you watch the games, you buy the merch, and you love this team because you love spending time with your family and watching, and your friends, and going to bars and going to games. It's just Dodger baseball is awesome. I don't need to explain to you why, but you guys are the biggest reason why. I mean, let's just put it out there. That is what it is. But so quick things on free agency, and we're going to spend all week on this too, but it's going to run it down really quick. Every Dodger entering free agency. We'll start with outfielder Michael Conforto. Of course, he did not have the year they had hoped when they signed him for a $17 million deal, a one-year deal. Hit 199, had a 305 on base, 333 slug, 12 home runs, a minus 0.6 F-WAR. I saw someone, I forgot which writer it was, predicted he'd re-sign with the Dodgers. There's no way he's re-signing with the Dodgers. I just don't see that. I mean, he's definitely going to be looking. He's updating that LinkedIn as we speak, and I just don't think that I think that his biggest contribution was holding down left field the way that he did, and that way Kike Hernandez, as I told you was going to happen, took over left field, and the rest is history. Then there's Kirby Yates. They signed him to a one-year $13 million deal. And early on, he was really good, but overall, he struggled. I mean, he dealt with injuries, had a hamstring injury that was lingering, did go 50 games and throw 41 2/3 innings. So, hey, he's Kirby. He's eating innings, right? And he goes 5 2/3. He had a 5.23 ERA, 4.76 FIP. The numbers weren't great. And you look at his market value, it's probably around $1 million. So, who knows? Do they bring him back at $1 million? Does another team bring him back at $1 million? His market value is right now $1.1 million. Does a team go get Kirby Yates? I'm sure there's going to be some employment out there for him. I don't anticipate it being the Dodgers. And then another free agent is Clayton Kershaw, 112 2/3 innings. That's kind of cool. It's like 22 right there. A 3.36 ERA, a 3.55 FIP. He made 22 starts. How cool is that? All this 2-2 stuff happening. But, of course, he is retiring after 18 seasons. And I'll never forget this. Andre Ethier told me that Clayton Kershaw saved the Dodgers season. And that is because he posted. I mean, he made 22 starts when Tyler Glasnow and Blake Snell were injured. So let's not forget, a 3.36 ERA in 112 2/3 innings. That's big time. And he's obviously going to retire. He said to us after the game that he's on the no plan, meaning he's not planning on doing anything, and he has no plans right now. He was asked if he was going to get into coaching. He said no. We'll see what he does. I'm excited to see it. I think he has a future in broadcast if he wants to. I think the voice is good. The takes are good. He's super smart. I would love to see that. Utility man Miguel Rojas. This is going to be the first difficult decision. Hit 262 out of 318 on base, 397 slug, hit 7 home runs, 1.7 FWAR. He really had a really good year offensively, and he's getting older, 36, 37. I actually broke the news. He revealed to me that his plan is to play one more year, and he wants to do it with the Dodgers, and he wants to retire after next year. So he told me that he's going to be retiring after this next season. So at 36, it's how much is left in there? And I still think that there is. I mean, you need a veteran. You really do. And his leadership, it doesn't show up in the box score, but he's a major leader. I think, I can tell you a story really quick that I think represents this clubhouse. Tanner Scott one time struggled. He went all the way to the other side of the room to talk to Miguel Rojas, and Miguel Rojas embraced him, and he kind of confided in him. So he's a leader. He takes guys under his wing, and I think that I think they should bring him back. I really do. I mean, the defense. He's kind of Mookie Betts said that Miguel Rojas was the biggest reason why he was able to improve at the shortstop spot. They essentially would tell him what to do and where to be before pitches and before plays when they were on the field together. He said that he practically held his hand at that position. So, I mean, if Mookie's going to be your shortstop, having his shortstop whisper there would be beneficial too. Is there some recency bias from me because of what happened in Game 7? It's only natural to say yes, but right now, I mean, Miguel Rojas, he plays his role well. I mean, he'll pitch for you, right? I mean, he'll give you a good competitive at bat. You need that guy off the bench. You really do. I really think that you got to highly consider bringing him back. Then you've got Michael Kopech, relief pitcher Michael Kopech. He went 14 games, 2.45 ERA, 4.50 FIP in 11 innings. He, of course, was acquired at the deadline in the Miguel Vargas deals in the Tommy Edman transaction when they made that move, but he was injured. I mean, he had more walks than strikeouts. He melted down a couple times. He didn't look right. He did tell me before the season that he was going to try to be a starting pitcher once again, so we'll see if he gets an opportunity to do that with another team. I don't anticipate they'll bring him back unless it's on a very team-friendly deal. The club options, you've got Max Muncy, a $10 million club option. When he was healthy, he was great after that early season slump. 19 home runs, almost 3 WAR, had a 2.9 FWAR season, hit 243. A $10 million club option, I think, is a absolute steal for Max Muncy. Just speaking to Max, and he tells me he wants to retire here. I think he wants a little extension, maybe tack some years on. And, yeah, he's another guy who is huge when it comes to his leadership. He's big in the postseason. But this team does need to get younger. That's the thing, too. And we'll talk about this week. Does this team need to kind of bite the bullet and get younger to try to prolong this run? Because the truth is, they've won 2 titles. No one's going to fault the Dodgers. If they lose next year, I mean, it's going to be a failure because of the Dodgers, but they've got some equity with the fan base because of what they've accomplished. Then there's guys like Munetaka Murakami, who will break down in depth. We have already on the show. Doesn't hit for great contact in the zone. The numbers haven't been as good as they were from years past. From my sources in Japan, he's not someone that profiles as a true third baseman and would prefer first base and DH. So there's that. Alex Bregman, do you really want him in Los Angeles? The cheats throw? I'm not so sure that would fly with a lot of fans. And he's someone that, I could go back to Boston. Alex Vesia also has a club option, a 3.02 ERA, 3.77 FIP, 59 and 2/3 innings, 68 games. Up until from the opening day till July, had a 2.42 ERA. Then August 1st to the end of the season, had a 4.80 ERA. So kind of felt like he was a little gassed, a little tired. But he's just 29. The club option is $3.6 million. Had a 33.8 strikeout rate, and also the situation, of course, that he's dealing with his family emergency. That's another thing to consider too. I mean, you just hope that he's back for this team, and he was their best left-handed reliever. He really was. I mean, he was their best left-handed reliever. So I think you have to kind of consider that as well. And then there's Kike Hernandez. So Kike, regular season, a 70 weighted runs created plus hit 203. Then the postseason, 80 weighted runs created plus. He set the Dodgers' all-time record with 92 postseason games. Since the Dodgers traded for him in 2023, he's re-signed with the Dodgers on a one-year deal each of the last 2 years. You're going to bring him back. You just can't. You cannot bring him back. I mean, you have to bring him back. And there's also Andrew Heaney's going to be a free agent. He was released by the Pirates in August. The Dodgers signed him to a minor league deal on August 31st. He did play. He pitched in the Mariners series at the end of the regular season. He gave up 3 runs in 2 innings. So, yeah, he was the 62nd player used in 2025 as a new franchise record. So that's kind of where they're at right now. I think when you look at that group, Rojas, Kike, and Muncy are the ones that I think are the toughest decisions. Vesia, I think, is a lock. Because if he's still young, I think good contract at that price. But then there's the outfield picture we're going to talk about. I don't want to spoil it too much, but you got Tucker, you got Yastrzemski, Duran, Abreu, Kwan, Bellinger, Grisham, Bader, Kepler. You could trade for guys, you could sign guys, so we're going to talk about that for sure. But you do need a left-handed hitter to replace Miles Conforti. You need some outfield production. But yep, and Hassan Kim, I see that. Interesting. We'll talk some more about that. Yeah, but we'll do all the free agent talk this week. I just wanted to just give you a little taste. Like we're going around Costco, give you a little sample, right? And they don't do as many samples as they used to, by the way. But we will talk about that this week. But Dodgers Nation, I don't know about you, but I'm still just on cloud 9, enjoying life. The sun's brighter. Food tastes better. Sleep is easier to get. Sleep just feels more enjoyable. I'm smiling more these days. I feel so happy. Like I love you guys out there because you love your team. And I know this makes you so excited and so happy. This community, this city, this franchise, they've given me an opportunity to do this. I just love this organization. I really can say it from the bottom of my heart. And it was great to see them win, man. Like it's just awesome. Like, because you know what, man? Like I feel it's still like it's us against the world. Like F the people that say we're ruining baseball. We're not. Look at the ratings. Almost over 10 million more in the NBA Finals Game 7. And the Dodgers are great for baseball. And I remember all the hard times. I remember all those heartbreaking series and really not having much from a terrible ownership group, from Fox to the McCourt group and that whole era. So, hey, let's enjoy the golden age of Dodger baseball because it's awesome. It really, really awesome. So, yeah, life is good right now. Who says, hell yeah, D-Mac, same homie, life is good right now. Yeah, it is good. Yeah, you guys are the GOAT back, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'm going to be at Raising Cane's watching Will Smith do a shift there, so that's going to be awesome. We love you. I love you back, Ski She. You guys are awesome. So, yeah, 33 million in Game 7 is peak. Yeah, I'm going to talk about those ratings, too. We don't give a F, Doug. Also, go to gearup.la for the best Dodgers merch in the game. We got the Jobs Finish shirt we just dropped, the Let's Ruin Baseball, Mr. Keektober. And if you want to support the show, support the channel, support everything, definitely go to gearup.la for all the best merch in the game. Also, go and subscribe to the LA Sports Report. LA is the sport. That is my new channel as well. Gonna do some Lakers talk, some more Dodgers talk, some Rams talk over there. So, yeah, go look for a breakdown of World Series Game 7. Gonna be doing over there. So definitely subscribe. But all right, guys, enjoy another stress-free night. Go rewatch Game 7. I don't know, but hey, life is good right now. Like, it really is amazing. Life is amazing. It is what it should be, right? Being a Dodgers fan, and like I said, we're living in the good old days, man. Like, every minute in this era, we're going to think about 30, 40 years from now, because this is just an amazing, amazing time to be a Dodgers fan and an LA sports fan. And, yeah, it's great to celebrate this whole season with you guys, because there were some downs. There were lots of downs. Roki Sasaki had his moment, of course. Three innings in NLDS Game 4. I'm going to do the moments tomorrow. So watch for that. Raising Cane's Will Smith. Dodgers Dugout Live tomorrow morning. LA Sports Report. Offseason coverage all offseason. Giveaways. We're going to do some special stuff, interviews. We're going to do episodes where it's a 1 hour where I'm just reading comments. There's no topics. It's all about you guys. So stay on the lookout for that, guys. Bright guys. Enjoy the rest of your night. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the notification button. Hit that like button for your back-to-back World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers. And remember that there's nothing that brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. And until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series!
And when the upcoming winter gives way to spring, rest assured, once again, it will be time for Dodger baseball.